Hey, what's up everyone? It's B here with Cali Motor TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to A&S Motorcycles here in Sacramento, California. Today we will be test riding this 2019 Ducati Scrambler Full Throttle. This bike is flat track inspired, so it has a little higher handlebars. The bike is an 800cc twin. It has about 73 horsepower. It has 43 foot-pound of torque, and it weighs about 470 pounds. So definitely pretty light and has some plenty get up and go. So while I get geared up, you guys can take a look around the bike and we'll meet you on the road. And we're all geared up and we're on the Ducati Full Throttle, you guys. So first, it's like 93 degrees, so you can see on the speedo here. So it's hot. If I ramble a little, I'm sorry, but I'm really hot. But you know, sweat is better than blood. All the gear, all the time. So Ducati Full Throttle. It's first seat. Very comfy. Very comfy seat. All those Ducati Scramblers have the comfiest seats. So if you're considering any of them, your butt is well taken care of. And I'm picky. I am really picky when it comes to my rear end. Alright, so this bike is more style after a flat track bike. So the handlebars are quite high up. They're higher than my MT-09 bars. Definitely higher. Definitely much higher. So you kind of can push the bars. We are not on street tires. We are on knobbies. So I get always really nervous about riding on knobbies. I don't know. It's probably a bog nut thing, but I get really nervous. So handlebars. So the thing I noticed in compared to the other scramblers, because I've never noticed it before, so it must be something to do with this bike. The levers are really freaking far out. I can hardly grab the I can't comfortably grip the brake lever, which is a little bit of a problem. I have to like grip it with my middle finger since it's the longest. I can, like, if you can see, I can hardly touch it. So if I can hardly touch it. I don't know why this lever has to be so far out. Maybe it's a flat track thing, but it's a problem for my little hands. I have pretty small hands, if you see. Like normally I'll have my hand somewhere here, so it's a little weird. The clutch lever isn't quite as bad. The clutch lever is further out. They are adjustable. Alright, they're adjustable. So let's see if we can pull them in. Maybe not while I'm riding. So they're from the factory a little bit adjustable, but this one is really far out. The bars are quite wide. Again, I'm pretty short. I'm 5'6". I have, average size frame, let's say, but the levers are really wide for me. They're a little too wide. I'm used to my MT. This is definitely wider than my MT, I think. Alright, what else? So, seat is comfy. The styling of the bike, obviously super rad. Like, I walked into the dealership and I was like, oh, hey, hi, who are you? I wanna definitely meet you. So, styling, really cool. Power delivery, very smooth. Although there's more play in the throttle, but that can be adjusted out. I think that's just a bike problem, not a setup problem. I think it's a setup, not a bike problem. There we go. So this throttle has I literally just rode the Cafe Racer, and it didn't have quite as much play. You can see there's a lot of play. I would adjust that out. But just like the Cafe Scrambler, the power delivery is really nice. So that 800cc motor, it has enough flow and grunt. It has enough legs to get out of its own way without being too intimidating. So again, this is a very like mid-rider bike. You don't want like a big 1200cc motorcycle and all the power to manage. This is the bike to be on. I really enjoy the power of the Scramblers. It's kind of my territory. You know, I can ride a 1000cc bike, that's not a problem, but I also know that I never used all the power that it has. So I don't really need to have that. I don't need that in my life. So dang, that indicator is humongous on that Diablo. So that's also very interesting to see Bill on the Diablo. That's very interesting. So the Cafe Racer, I swear the button is further in here, and I kept hitting the horn, and I swear the button is a little further over than it is on this bike, which makes no sense. I think I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, you guys. I'll check it out. I'll look at this later. So vibrations, just like the other Scramblers, they are there, but they don't really seem to bother me per se, and I am picky about things, so they're not bad. This also doesn't have a quick shifter, unfortunately. I love quick shifters. I wish all bikes had it. So this doesn't have a quick shifter. Let's see. And this bike, I can also flat foot. That's very cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I love being able to flat foot bikes because I'm short, I'm not particularly strong. I like both feet on the ground, or at least like a solid foot and a half. So bike balance wise, it's really light. You know, it's a little heavier than the Cafe Racer that I just rode by like 20 pounds. But if I wouldn't know that, I couldn't tell you that it is any heavier or lighter. It feels about the same. And with the little higher cheater bars, it's a little easier to turn it. I don't mind that at all. It's a little, actually the seating position is a little more comfortable than the Cafe Racer, because, you know, it's a little more higher up. Although I'm very comfortable on sport bikes, it is, you know, it's still a little forward. I don't have any pressure on my wrists on this bike, so that is nice. So, see, no Ambi tires. We do have the Brembos on this too, although we don't seem to have the Brembo Master on this. Interesting. But we have the Brembo bottom on there. Very nice, very nice. I wish I could adjust that lever a little, but it's kind of hard with the gloves, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. So the display, again, pretty standard display. I think this bike could use one of those rad LCD displays. I feel like they could make a old school looking new LCD display. I feel this bike, the Cafe Racer, I can go with this old display from, but I think this bike could use the cool new LCD display. It could be still around, but there is definitely a cop, and he's definitely wanting to go places. I was talking to you guys, and he just, police, hello. They always spook me a little, and, you know, I don't want to get pulled over on the test ride. I was like, I wasn't going that fast, was I? Anyway, sorry, this just threw me off my game. So, Full Throttle. It looks amazing. It rides nice. It really rides quite nice. I really enjoy the power of those motorcycles. Oh, that was a cool old school car. There's a whole bunch of distractions. As you can see, a little ADD, definitely a little ADD problems. Could use some Adderall. So with the Cafe Racer, I had this problem that I would slide down because of how the tank is shaped, and I feel like the tanks are shaped really similarly, but I don't seem to have this problem on this bike, which makes zero to little sense. But I like this, that I don't fall forward on this bike as much. So whatever is different about this, I like it, because, you know, if you're braking, you typically hold on with your knees from being pushed into the bike, so you stay off your wrists. And with this, I can do it. With the other, I couldn't. I just slid forward. It might be something in what paint job they put on the tank. Put some, if you have a sport bike, put some, first of all, put some gear on. The second, tank grips, best 40-50 bucks you can spend. Tank grips are amazing. I know some people are like, oh, they tear up your leathers. No, really, they don't. We do a ton of track riding, Berryessa riding, and my leathers are just fine. But seriously, put some gear on. All right. Can we lane split? There we go. All right. So let's see if Bill fits on this ginormous thing through here. Probably not. Nope, there's mirrors. Oh, look at that. This is nice. So before you guys get upset, California lane splitting is completely legal, and drivers aren't supposed to block you from lane splitting. That was actually really nice of him, so I'm gonna say thank you. Look at that 300 go. I can't. Oh, it really distracts me to. Oh, brother, don't ride like that. It's so dangerous. You can get so hurt. Anyways, full throttle. Yes, it's a rad bike. It has really cool spokes. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to get. Yep, there we go. The spokes on this bike really cool. It's aluminum. Very, very cool aluminum spokes. Wheels, and the spokes are quite nice. Again, same thing as the other bike. The heat comes from the left side. I really wish there would be some kind of heat shield, because I am toasty, people. I am toasty. And again, I can flat foot it, which is nice. And I am definitely there needs to be a heat shield. So how do I like this bike? You know, the bars are a little too wide for me. I think if it was someone a tad bigger, that would be perfect. If you're 5'8", 5'9", you will fit on this bike perfectly, because you'll be a little higher and you'll love the bars. For me, they're a little too far apart. I'm a little too short for it. But that doesn't mean I can't, like, you can still manage it in my size. It's just like I'm a little more comfortable on my little MT. And you know, I've put like 13,000 miles on that bike, so obviously I'm more comfortable on it. But this, not bad. It looks really cool. I think it will be really rad off-roading it. I won't try it because that will be just a disaster. They're so easy to ride. Like, you really don't have to focus too much on riding. It just kind of does what you want, and it's very easy to get along with. I think it's a very simple bike, you know. It's definitely like an intermediate bike, but if you're a little bigger and you don't want to start out on a 400, I think a beginner could even handle those Scramblers 800s. Very easy, very, very nice. Very, very, very rad little bike. Yeah, very enjoyable. Very nice Saturday to-do ride. Let's try how it is to get on the throttle. Definitely goes. Ooh. Brakes, you know, it has just the one brake. I think this one could use 2 brakes. But those brakes don't have quite as much grip as from the Cafe Racer, which is very interesting that there would be such a big difference in brakes. But just riding around town, I didn't notice anything particularly off with the brakes. But now when I was kind of slowing down, definitely could have used the second brake rotor as you have on Super Sports. But it is quite comfy. It's definitely more comfy than the Cafe Racer to just tootle around. I feel like I fit on it a little better. I wish it had sport tires on it from the factory, because I don't care for off-roading, so knobby tires are like, that would be like the first thing to go. The position of the rear sets and how the seat is, and how it's really comfy. I could see riding this for quite a while without getting tired. And definitely when I release the throttle here, I can hold myself better. Let's see, throttle release. Yeah, I can definitely hold myself on this bike better than I could on the Cafe Racer. So I would take that to Berryessa over the cafe racer. Sorry, little cafe racer, you still look around, and I'll still take a bunch of pictures for you for Instagram money. So yeah, very cool little ride. Unfortunately, the menu doesn't have too much to it, so I can't get over too much in the menu because it kind of is what it is. What you see is what you get. I wish it had a little more pizzazz to it, I think. But then, you know, more pizzazz would mean a higher price tag. So do we need does the display matter to a lot of like those people that I think like those kind of bikes? The display doesn't matter as much. So I spent a whole bunch of money on it. I think they invest more money in the styling of the bike, which, you know, nailed it. Maybe now the display will be next, now that they have such rad stylings. Hard to beat that. I don't know how you could make this bike look better. Yep. Another test ride. Well, if you guys have not subscribed yet, definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the ring button so you know when we push out new videos. And we have some track day content, we have some street ride content, we have actually car reviews. We're getting into car reviews, so that's really cool. I think there's a lot more to car reviews than there's bike reviews, but definitely check those out. So there's a lot on our little channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. Stick around. Woo. Oh, right, wrong direction. Down is down. So GP shift versus regular shift, always have that issue. So see, now we were kind of moving along pretty good, and the bike cooled itself off, so the side doesn't bother me. But when we're sitting in traffic there for a second, it did get toasty. So, you know, the heat of the bikes, again, I think most of the bikes have that problem one way or the other. When it's around 90 degrees, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. The heat's gotta go. The heat goes up. I just wish there would be a little heat shield there, because it was getting quite toasty. But you can see slow speed maneuvers. I was able to keep it straight. Yeah, this is a cool little bike. I like it. I enjoy it. Well, today is a loose Bagna day. On the previous ride that lost me as well. But let's squeeze through here and through here and off the let's catch up to Bill. But as you can see, you can catch up to people on this bike quite nicely. And there we go. There we go. Definitely this bike has some legs. It handles nicely. Again, we only have the shock that has adjustable preload in the rear end only. So can't do too much about the suspension. But, you know, probably don't have to. Very nice. I really enjoyed this little bike. Again, would this be a bike I buy for myself? Probably not. I've been eyeballing that Ducati Scrambler Super Sport, sorry. The Ducati Super Sport would be my cup of tea. This, I don't know. But I do really like it. If someone would be here, have the keys, go have fun with it. Oh, fun would be had. I'll change the tires first though. So we are at our last left turn, and we're almost back at ANS. And ANS, thank you so much for letting us do those test rides. We have a ton of fun, and thank you for trusting us with those bikes. We really appreciate it. And well, if you have any questions about this Ducati Scrambler or any of them, since we rode quite a few, let us know. Comment below. I'm happy to answer. We reply to pretty much all our comments. Ooh, I'm getting hot. So yeah, comment below if you have any questions. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.